The Green Bay Packers are on the verge of clinching a playoff spot heading into their Week 16 Monday Night Football matchup against the New Orleans Saints. It's simple for the Packers: win and they're in. They had an opportunity to secure a postseason berth before the game, but the Atlanta Falcons win over the New York Giants dashed the chance. Green Bay can punch their ticket to the playoffs with a victory over the 5-9 Saints. While the Packers can still play for a higher seed in the season's final 2 weeks, their hopes of winning the NFC North and potentially earning a first round bye are no longer alive. This is because Green Bay lost both games against the Detroit Lions earlier in the season, leaving them without the head-to-head tiebreaker. After Detroit's Week 16 win over the Chicago Bears, Green Bay can't surpass them for a better record. The Packers' playoff chances heading into Monday night's game are strong. BetMGM had Green Bay at an overwhelming minus 10,000, 99% implied, odds to make the postseason before Week 16 kicked off. If they win, the Packers will secure their second straight playoff appearance and fifth in the last 6 years. Green Bay's remaining schedule includes 3 more games. Week 16's Monday Night Football clash against the Saints is followed by a critical Week 17 matchup with the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota, sitting at 13-2, is in the hunt for the NFC North title, but Green Bay still has a shot to leapfrog the Vikings in the playoff seeding if they can win their remaining games, including the Week 17 showdown. The Packers lost to Minnesota earlier in the season, but could still take the higher spot in the NFC rankings with a strong finish. For the Packers' regular season finale, they'll host the Chicago Bears, who have struggled throughout the year and are 4-11 after 9 straight losses. The Bears' focus is now on securing a top draft pick, but they could play spoiler in Green Bay's final push toward the playoffs. Here's a look at Green Bay's remaining schedule. Week 16 versus New Orleans Saints 5-9. Week 17 at Minnesota Vikings 13-2. Week 18 versus Chicago Bears 4-11. With the Packers fighting for a wild card spot, here's a glance at the NFC North standings and playoff picture entering Week 17. NFC North standings: Detroit Lions 13-2 NFC North leaders, already clinched playoff spot. Minnesota Vikings 13-2 NFC North contenders, playoff bound. Green Bay Packers 10-4 wild card number 2, playoff hopeful. Chicago Bears 4-11 out of playoff contention, seeking to play spoiler. Green Bay cannot win the NFC North since it has lost both matchups against the Lions. However, the Packers still have a chance to pass the Vikings in the wild card seeding. To do so, the Packers would need to win their remaining games, including Week 17 in Minnesota, and have the Vikings lose. The Detroit Lions and Philadelphia Eagles are vying for the top seeds in the broader NFC playoff picture. With only 2 weeks remaining in the regular season, the playoff race is tightening across the league. NFC playoff picture: Detroit Lions 13-2 NFC North leaders. Philadelphia Eagles 12-3 NFC East leaders. Los Angeles Rams 9-6 NFC West leaders. Atlanta Falcons 8-7 NFC South leaders. Minnesota Vikings 13-2 wild card number 1. Green Bay Packers 10-4 wild card number 2. Washington Commanders 10-5 wild card number 3. In the hunt, Tampa Bay Buccaneers 8-7, Seattle Seahawks 8-7. As the Packers gear up for their Monday night matchup, they know a win would solidify their playoff spot and keep them alive in the battle for better positioning. The Saints stand in their way, but with everything on the line, Green Bay is determined to take care of business and punch their ticket to the postseason.